Welcome to another attempt at a Windforce GTX 780 Ti, but this time we've got the GTX 780 Ti Windforce GHz Edition. The Corsair Flash Voyager Go is the easy way to move photos, music, and videos between your Android device and your PC. Click now to learn more. It's about a $50 adder over a normal OC Windforce card, and for that, you get a non-reference board design that adds 2 additional power phases and replaces one of the stock 6-pin connectors with an 8-pin connector. This translates into some extra tweaking flexibility with a 116% max power limit compared to 106% on a reference card. You get a much faster stock clock speed. This card comes at 1.15 gigahertz boost by default. And finally, you get a Gigabyte Windforce cooler, same as the other one, but now it comes with a sexy backplate, which is usually about a $20 adder if your card doesn't already come with one. The cooler is a massive 6 heat pipe triple fan affair with their triangle cool concept, which is designed to spread the hot air away from the graphics card. It's got a maximum cooling capacity of 450 watts, which I've seen in action, and it should be noted that on modern high-end graphics cards, this is actually very important because the better you can cool the card, the more power limit is available, the better the card will actually perform across a wide variety of games, even if you don't do any overclocking. It supports the usual NVIDIA technologies, so that's SLI up to 4-way, GPU Boost 2.0, CUDA, PhysX, GeForce Experience, gameplay recording and streaming, and the all-new G-Sync, which finally has some sweet-looking monitors coming for it, and all the usual stuff is included, a couple adapters, driver disk, etc. But what I was really interested in with this card, and what I've been making my way towards in this video, is the binning process that went on with this card. GPU binning, just like any other performance computer component like a CPU or RAM, is the process of selecting the best parts from a large batch and using them for a higher performance variant of the same product, then offsetting the cost of doing that binning by charging more for that higher performance product. We saw with Gigabyte's normal 780 Ti Windforce that in spite of GPU Boost 2.0's dynamic optimization of its performance, just adding a better cooler to a run-of-the-mill chip doesn't necessarily result in performance that can beat our very, very strong golden sample 780 Ti reference card. But in this case, Gigabyte is delivering a better binned card to market, so it's not pure luck of the draw. You have theoretically a better chip and a very good cooler. Now, as always, we've overclocked our cards to the max, and I think you'll be pleased to see the results from this card that looks great, runs cool and quiet, and performs, well, if I told you that, Luke would be out of a job, I guess, so over to you, Luke.
I'm going to preface this with something that you guys probably already know by now if you've been watching quite a few of my videos with 780 Ti's in them, and that is that my reference card is very likely quite golden. If you guys want to, and I think you should if you're very interested, is check out the overclocking doc in the description below, because you can see all of the settings for all of my cards, and you can check how these two different cards were set against each other in overclocking software, see how they perform, and see their actual core clocks while I'm running these tests. The Gigabyte card comes really highly overclocked outside of the box, which is a nice benefit. My current reference card is able to overclock to basically the exact same amount to where these cards trade, just depending on what game it was, which means there's just margin of error there. But it's interesting because if you bought a reference card, you probably wouldn't get that level of bin. It's very unlikely, but if you bought this Windforce card, it is more likely that you are going to get a card that can perform this fast. So that's actually where you're getting a lot of value out of buying this card. And as you can see in the benchmarks, it did quite well comparative to the reference card. Alright guys, thanks for watching the video. As always, while you're here on YouTube, be sure to favorite, share, subscribe to the channel, and comment below. Like and dislike the video as well, I forgot about that one. While you're checking out the video description, be sure to check out the link to the forum where you can comment on the video. We're more likely to respond there as it's just a lot easier to manage and all that kind of stuff. While you're on the forum, check out the PC Gaming subsection in the forum because you can join the Star Citizen team. We're about 19-20 people away from being in second place, and I'm really excited for that. Also, while you're there, you can become a forum contributor. We're going to be adding more ads on the forum soon, and if you're a forum contributor, you won't see the ads, so that's quite cool. We also are selling shirts now. That's in the description below as well. And there's a few that I'm going to have to pick up, so be sure to check that out. And as always, if you didn't hear it earlier, be sure to subscribe.